Coby, what are some of the things you've been working on in camp so far, whether it's, more adjustments at the plate or at third base?
Oh yeah, I think we're doing a lot of you know stuff with hitting and fielding, and even like throwing the ball. Just kind of like trying to pick up on some pitchers' tendencies, and some stuff with my fielding and footwork. Kind of like typical minor league camp. Like we're trying to go through everything, so we go through the season and don't have to really worry about that stuff later on.
Rich Debra?
Hey, Coby. First of all, can we assume that you're not related to Jonathan Mayo? That he was just joking with it? And,
Yeah, we have no relation. It's kind of a joke, like when I got drafted. But it's a funny joke, and it's kind of funny that he was here today and got a picture. So that was cool.
Well, that wasn't my real question, but like, how much physically have you grown since you were drafted a couple years ago?
Yeah, I think coming out of 2020 was kind of like a weird year for everybody in the world. But especially like being drafted in 2020 without a season, and kind of coming into fall instructs after not playing for 6 months. You had a lot of adjusting to do. You had to get back on timing with hitting, and even fielding, and everything kind of felt weird. But I think if you look at fall instructs in 2020 to spring training 2022, I think I've grown tremendously, and I have a lot more to grow. And I think that's only a good thing. And I think that I'm never satisfied of where I'm at. I'm looking to get better whenever I can.
Well, actually, I meant physically. Have you put on weight, and are you taller?
Yeah. So I think coming out of the draft, similar in weight, maybe I put on 10, 15 pounds, but I think I'm getting stronger, and my body's starting to fill out a little bit, and I'm starting to really grow into my body. Not very awkward anymore, trying to grow out of that.
Zach Silver?
Hey, Coby, I know camp hasn't been going on too long, but who on the pitching side have you faced off against and impressed you, not just this camp, but in years past? And for Carter, especially, to see him back on the mound, just how exciting is that as teammate and fellow draftee with his?
Yeah, we've done quite a few live at bats so far, and some simulated games. Really all the guys are really good. Kyle Brnovich, Brandon Young, Grayson Rodriguez. Obviously, those guys are the best in the org, and what we have. Everyone's great, but those guys are really good, and it's been tough to face them, but it only makes you better. And yeah, seeing Carter back on the mound after being with him last year down here for a while, it's good to see. Especially we were roommates last year during the year, and both kind of rehabbing injury, but it's really good to see him back out there, and doing everything full intent and everything. So it's been good.
Nathan Ruiz?
Hey, Coby, I know you got a way to go before you reach the majors, but I'm just curious what you think about the Orioles moving the left field wall back at Camden Yards.
I don't think it really has effect on a lot of guys. I don't think it really affected a lot of guys this year. Maybe 15 to 20 homers it would have taken back, but I'm not really worried about that. I'm just worried about what's in front of me right now, and when I get there, I don't think it'll be much of a problem.
Dan Connolly?
Coby, a lot's been made about your size, and how much advantage or disadvantage is that? What are the advantages and disadvantages in playing third base? And obviously, it's a place you would like to stick. So, is there other things that you have to work on, given the fact that that your size at third base might be a little bit bigger than a lot of guys?
I don't think there's much disadvantage. I think there's a lot of advantages. I just have to work harder with getting lower to the ground and really getting into my into my hinge when I feel the ground balls, and it's obviously I have to work through some more stuff, but I don't think there's much disadvantage. I'm a big guy over there. I can move pretty well, and I can get to the ball wherever, and I got a strong enough arm to get it there, so I'm pretty confident over there.
Steve Molesky?
Coby, in the last year or two, what kind of changes or tweaks have you made with your swing, and what was the goal of any adjustments you might have made? In other words, you're looking to improve where?
Right. I think some things that I've improved is trying to, just become a better hitter with, everything, trying to elevate the ball more. We've worked really hard last year before season of, keeping the ball elevated. I think I've said this before, but just hitting it hard is the big thing, but hitting it hard in the air is the key. That's how you generate runs, home runs, RBIs, winning ball games, winning championships. That and, just picking up pitches better, reading pitchers better, getting into good counts, hitting the pitches that you can hit. So those things are really important, what we've been working on, swinging at strikes, taking balls. So yeah, that kind of stuff.
John Muley.
Coby, as we're talking about all these swing changes, body changes, all the different strength stuff you've done, how important in retrospect was that time you spent down there rehabbing the knee injury last spring and into the summer?
Yeah, right. So I've always said ever since I was a little kid, everything kind of happens for a reason. And I think that staying back down here and really maturing in a baseball aspect and really having perspective of the game a little bit kind of helped me out. And, working with our guys here, they were, fantastic here last year, the hitting coaches and infield coaches. So I think that really did help me out. Obviously no one likes to get injured, but like I said, everything happens for a reason. And, I took advantage of it and went into, full force with that and really targeted getting better in those aspects.
David Laurella.
Hey, Coby. Yeah, David Laurella from Fangraphs here. I actually just got off the phone with a hitting coach in another org, and we're talking a lot about swings and about how some guys are trained to have one swing, and the importance of actually having an adaptable swing. So how do you approach that?
I really don't know. I would just say, I don't like to think about hitting too much as in, getting too complicated. I've always just been, see ball, hit ball kind of guy. And I think some guys can get in trouble, looking at analytics, like to a certain extent, but I think just see ball, hit ball, and really picking up the pitches and taking your best swing on the ball is, the best way to be successful. So I don't really look into, different kind of swings, just swinging to, get your team some W's.
Yeah, quick follow-up on that if I can. Do you see yourself as having one basic swing, or do you really have different swings for different pitchers and situations?
I would say I have one swing. Obviously, each pitcher is different in which way their ball is moving, and you want to be aware of that. If you've got a guy throwing a lefty slider, you want to stay inside the ball, throwing out your back foot. If he's righty with heavy slider, you have to adjust to that. But I'd say your swing is the same, but you have to adjust to the pitcher. So yeah.